Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming another manicure video, but I'm going to be showing you how I do just a basic regular manicure. I do them quite often. I'm about to do one right now, and I figured I'd sit down to film it. So Sally Hansen has been so awesome, and they keep sending a bunch of their polishes. The first collections that they sent were a few colors from their Mega Strength line. This is actually the color I have on right now. I love this one. Shiro? Is that what it's called? Yeah. They sent, I think, 6 total. Today I kind of want to use this like purple iridescent shimmery polish in the color Persis-tint. It's really pretty. I feel like it's a fun shade for spring. I'm ready to just try something different. So I had previously swatched this polish, and I know that it's quite sheer, so I really want to put a light color beneath it, preferably something light pink or nude, just to make it pop. I grabbed Essie's ballet slippers, and I think this will be the perfect base color. Sally Hansen also sent their Mega Strength Hardener base coat and their Mega Strength Ultra Shine top coat. I don't think I'm going to use this today because it's not really that fast drying, nor do I like the finish too much. It's just not one of my favorite top coats, so I did grab this Caption polish. It dries almost instantly, very gel-like. It's a little thicker, really shiny, and just an awesome top coat. That's pretty much it. We're just gonna get started. So using 100% pure acetone, I'm just gonna remove the polish that I currently have on. This color comes off really easily. Okay, so let's talk Game of Thrones spoilers really quick before we get into the manicure. So this is your spoiler warning. I'll put a timestamp on this screen so you know when we're done chatting. So the season 8 premiere was on Sunday, and it was so good. This video probably won't go up until after the second episode airs, but it really delivered. It was such an exciting episode. I can't believe that Jon now knows who he really is. That was such a moment. And I love that Sam was the one to do it. I love their relationship. I felt so bad for him when Daenerys kind of revealed that she had murdered his father and his brother.
He's just such a sweet soul that you don't want to see him sad at all.
He was all choked up. I felt so bad. Sansa was not feeling Daenerys right off the bat, which understandably so. She's really been through a lot, and to get to where she is now, to kind of bend down to some random woman
with dragons,
I kind of understand her viewpoint. Her character development, I think, has been the most drastic. Well, I don't know, everyone's really grown a lot, but I feel like she's changed probably the most since the beginning of the series. She was just this sweet, innocent little lady. She wanted to just marry a king and be a good daughter. Now she kind of has seen the world, is a little scarred by it. I love that her and Arya came together to murder Littlefinger. That was the end of season 7. He was starting to get on my nerves, and I really don't think I'm gonna miss him at all, but that was an awesome moment. Oh, the ending when Bran came face to face with Jaime. First off, I can't believe that Jaime actually abandoned Cersei. That was awesome, and I'm so happy because
I'm honestly sick of that woman.
I'm so sick of her and her selfishness. I don't know what goes on in her head,
but it makes no sense.
I'm happy Jaime's free. I really hope that they don't punish him. I hope that Bran kind of sees all the good he has done
since he pushed him out the window.
I hope Brienne and him kind of reconcile, and I just hope that he fights for the right side. It'll be really fun to see what happens with all that. I'm just gonna rinse my fingers really quick. So now I'm just gonna tend to my cuticles. I push back my cuticles almost every single day, and I use a bunch of different cuticle oils. I keep one in my purse, by my bed, on my desk, at work, just everywhere. So I'm constantly maintaining them so that I don't really need to tend to them during a manicure. Today I am gonna push them back really quickly just using a little orange stick, but not much needs to be done. If I have any hangnails or areas that need to be clipped, I will use a small cuticle clipper to take care of that, but today I don't. So anyway, the premiere was just so awesome. I did get the Oreos. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I was on a hunt for Game of Thrones Oreos, and I found them at Stu Leonard's. If you live on the East Coast, you know what Stu Leonard's is. I think that these Oreos tasted better than regular Oreos. Call me crazy, but the cream was creamier. They were just fresher, maybe because they were a limited edition batch. Their shelf life wasn't that long, but I swear they tasted better than normal. Easter is this weekend. I just picked up everything to make my Easter dessert, which is gonna be really yummy. I've actually made it a few times in the past, and I've blogged about it. I'll link it below, but basically it's these coconut macaroon robin's egg nests. They're so good. There's a little Nutella in them. They're so easy to make, that's why I like them, and they just taste delicious. I'm just gonna file gently. There's really not much filing that needs to be done, but I'll just go over each finger. What do you guys usually do for Easter? Do you spend it with family or friends, or do you work, or do you have any traditions? I just love to bake for any holiday. It makes me so happy. I'm gonna rinse these one more time, and then we'll get started. So I am gonna start by using the Sally Hansen Mega Strength Face Coat and just do a very thin coat of this. Now, when it comes to regular manicures, I'll be honest with you. If I'm using a light colored polish, I will skip a base coat. If I'm using any kind of red, black, brown, purple, blue, don't ever skip the base coat. I cannot tell you how many manicures in the past that have stained my nails, and it is just the worst feeling when you take off your polish and you have blue nails, or worse. Last summer, oh my gosh, I used a hot pink polish. It was a cheaper polish, I should have known better, but oh man, my fingers were stained for like a whole month. It was terrible. All right, so we're gonna give these a quick minute to dry because you don't wanna put wet polish on top of wet polish. They shouldn't take too long though. Like I mentioned, I think I'm gonna use Essie's Ballet Slippers as a base color to really help this persistent polish pop. I love this, it's really fun. In certain lights, it looks blue, purple, green. This hand feels pretty dry, so let's get started. If I can open this. I had to use my teeth, that's never good. Oh, come on, oh boy. Ugh. I can't open it. All right, hold on. I literally almost jacked up my teeth doing that, so I think the bottle is pretty jammed shut, so I just grabbed another one. This is a Sally Hansen Miracle Gel in Birthday Suit. It's a nude and it'll basically do the same thing. Plus, I actually like the Sally Hansen brushes better. They're a little wider. All right, so we're just gonna do a really thin coat of this. And we should be fine with just one coat. This color is gorgeous and I'm tempted to just do 2 coats of it, but I'm not. I'll stick with the original, but if you're looking for a beautiful sheerish nude, I would check this color out. 2 coats of this would be gorgeous. So I haven't filmed a regular manicure video in years, probably like 2 years or so. And the last one that I filmed is I think the most popular video on my channel, but I definitely get a lot of slack in it. This is just the way that I do my nails. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, it's just what works for me. And in that video, I had shown myself soaking my nails prior to filing, which is something that I still do every once in a while. Now, a lot of people say soaking is not good. You shouldn't do that before painting. It's not gonna help the polish stick and
Yada, yada, yada.
The only reason that I would soak is because it made filing easier for me. In my personal experience, it didn't make my nails more weak or brittle. It didn't encourage peeling. It just helped flatten them out. When my nails get long, they tend to curl inwards. Right now, they're all pretty flat, which is good, but they're also pretty short. We're gonna let these dry a couple more minutes. These feel almost dry. I guess we'll try to start. So, shake it up a little. This color is so outside my comfort zone, but it's fun and different, and it's only nail polish. I can always change it if I hate it. So I think I'm gonna end up doing 2 coats of this. Polishes like this can be really tricky. You kind of do need to put something underneath them if you want them to stand out. That's pretty. This is like such a 90s color, which is appropriate because I feel like my t-shirt with my long sleeve white shirt underneath it is also very early 2000s. I'm feeling very Lizzie McGuire today. All right, I'm gonna move on to this hand before I do my thumbs. I always like to do my thumbs last because I do like to use them as tools. This is cool. It's very mermaid-esque, like mermaid nails. I am digging that a lot. I love it. I'm gonna let these dry just a couple minutes. I find that it's really important to wait between coats. Otherwise, you're gonna experience bubbling. If you put wet polish on top of wet polish, you're gonna end up with a big mess. I do like the brushes in the Sally Hansen Mega Strength, but the brushes in their Miracle Gel are the best. They really are. Nothing competes with those. This is such a fun color. It's very summery. It would look way better with tan hands, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, 2 coats of this is perfect. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to wait a little bit before I apply the top coat. I always say the most important thing when doing your nails is patience. You cannot rush this process. You really can't. If you're in a rush, don't paint your nails. A lot of people think it's crazy, but I actually love to paint my nails before bed because I can usually get them pretty much 100% dry before I hop in bed, and then you wake up with a manicure. You wanna do your nails when you have nothing else to do. You wanna make sure you have enough dry time. Even with quick drying top coats, you still want to be careful. Just because nails feel dry to the touch doesn't necessarily mean that they are. I don't think I did either thumb. How do you guys like to organize your nail polish stash? Because I kind of have mine in a ton of different places. I have different boxes. I have 1 set of shelves. I have some polish in shoe boxes. It's just kind of all over. And I'd love to organize it in one area. I don't know what kind of storage or displays I need to get to do that. So if you have any recommendations, leave them below. I'd love to know. I'm really digging this color. Let's see how we're doing on these nails. Not yet. Patience, patience, patience. Everything in life takes patience. All right, it's time for a top coat, and I am going to be using the Caption top coat. I love this stuff. It's really, really thick. It goes on almost like a gel. It dries super shiny, and it helps my manicures last forever. So I feel kind of bad not using this Sally Hansen one, but it's just not my favorite, and I want to make sure that this mani lasts. I've had this polish now for almost 2 years, and this bottle has lasted me. I do alternate between top coats, so I don't use it every time I do my nails, but it's still holding strong, which is good because a lot of times polishes start to get tacky and stringy, and this one really hasn't. One of my tips for using a top coat is to get a decent amount on the brush. You don't want to skimp, because if you have to revisit the bottle to get more polish, you're more likely to pull the color off the nail. So you want to make sure you start with enough, and if you have to put some back on the bottle, that's better than having to add more. Personal experience, just one of my tips. I'm gonna get a good amount on the brush and just apply it to the entire nail. And that's it. You don't want to have to go back into the bottle. I don't know why it's so hard to get this to focus when I do the top coat. It happens to me every time. So I find that there's less margin for error when doing the top coat, so I don't save the thumbs for last. We're really just working with a clear polish. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my thumb now. The thumbs are tricky because they're obviously the biggest nail, so get a good amount on your brush. Top coat is done. So this one you want to make sure dries the best out of all the coats before you go off about your day. To the touch, it's already pretty dry. It's lightly tacky, but not enough to make a fingerprint, so that's a good sign. So I'm gonna wait about 5 more minutes, and then I'll come back and wrap up this video. So these nails are pretty much 100% dry to the touch. If I nick it with my nail or on the corner or something, they probably would smudge, but to the touch, they're fine. What I'm gonna do really quick is add some cuticle oil. I use a ton of different cuticle oils. One of my favorites of all time is actually the Sally Hansen Vitamin E cuticle oil. I leave that one in my purse because I like to use it the most. This one is by Essie. It's their apricot cuticle oil. It's okay, it's not my favorite. It has like an orange tint to it. You can kind of see that on your nail bed until it's really rubbed in. But this one I had on hand, so I just grabbed it really quick. You want to be generous, but not too generous, because oil can get a little messy. And then once it's on, you just want to gently massage it into, or not even in, just around the nail. My main tip for keeping your hands and fingers looking nice is moisture. Keep them moisturized, keep tending to those cuticles, and then honestly, just keeping a polish on them. They'll just look neat and clean at all times, and you'll be less likely to pick at them. Polish adds a protective barrier, which helps with any kind of breaking or anything like that. I do want to do an entire nail care and nail growth video. I've blogged about it before, but I think I'm gonna bring it to YouTube. You bring these up so you can see them. How beautiful does this polish look? I mean, seriously, that is awesome. These are like mermaid goals. I am very, very happy with this manicure. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, so fun. I just love that depending on the light, it reflects a different color. They're a little greasy, they are covered in oil, but you guys get the gist. Very, very pretty. So thank you all so much for watching. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions about how I do my regular manicures at home, or about this polish or this line or whatever you want. Leave it below and I will be sure to get back to you. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'm having so much fun with my mani series. I know I say that every single time, but it makes me so excited. I love filming videos, and I'm definitely putting a lot more of my energy into my YouTube channel this year, but I have a really sweet spot in my heart for these mani videos because it's kind of my bread and butter. It's like my favorite thing to do, and I just love sharing it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.